No, sir. Well, good night, ladies and gentlemen. A pleasant welcome to you all. And, it here we have again episode 30 on the Saudichress show. So, again, let me welcome to all our first time viewers. And, of course, can't stop by saying, much big up to those who were here from inception of the Saudichress show. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have with us our special guest, you know, um, the General Secretary of the Jamaica Football Federation, Mr. Dennis Chung. And, this is a very busy man. I'm not sure even where in the world he is right now, but we have him on set nevertheless. We have him on set nevertheless. So, we don't want to waste any time. We are also strapped for time. And again, let me welcome you, Mr. Chung, to the Saudichress show. And we are very grateful to have you here with us tonight, sir. Good. All right. So normally it's customary for us to, ask our guests to introduce themselves. The fact that I don't want to miss out anything, especially, our guests have so many accolades. And so why is it different? We won't take it. So Mr. Chung, in summary, who is Dennis Chung?
Well, I'm not somebody who like to talk about myself, but I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Um, I, I have worked in various industries at the financial controller level primarily, and the CFO level. I used to be the CEO at the PSOJ. Um, I sit on a few boards currently, right? Because one of the things that I'm known for is proper corporate governance. Coming out of the NSLMA particularly, since I was chairman there since 2015 after the big fire, the Prime Minister asked me to go there. I I am I'm someone who I think is pretty easygoing, and you know I'm a cyclist. I cycle a lot. Had to stop playing football a few years ago because my knee went. So I did surgery and I started cycling since then and enjoy it. Um, but nothing extraordinary about me really. I'm General Secretary of the Football Federation since November. I've been on the board for about 2 years. And the president asked me to come on as General Secretary from last November. So I'm enjoying it. It's challenging. People don't understand the amount of work and organization that goes into that organization. Because you're talking about managing 9 different national teams. You're talking about the Premier League, the Tier 2 for both men and women that you have to oversee. And when you think about it, the number of different people that you have to manage, because the players are individuals and you have to ensure, everybody is good from a travel point of view, from a point of view of comfort when they go. You have to manage the coaches nationally, the referees nationally, and at the same time deal with FIFA and Conquer Cup. So JFF, as I said to my directors, is really a global organization. And you can see it from the fact that the response to the Adidas jerseys sales has been overwhelming. Right, first few hours the site crash. So Jamaica is a huge brand, and JFF I think is a very big brand in Jamaica. So I'm just trying to do my part. I'm trying to help the federation and help football in Jamaica.
Mr. Chung, you say you're not an extraordinary person, but I don't know how you're going to escape this adjective. You will be an extraordinary person because I am sure those are some roles and responsibilities that, many of us we don't even know that the General Secretary actually has those responsibilities. I mean, and as you mentioned the jerseys, those Adidas jerseys,
Yeah.
can you just
So the home one here.
okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
So viewers, you see, make sure. Can you tell us how do we get our jersey? How can we get our jerseys, especially for those who are on the international scene?
They're all available online right now, right on the Adidas sites globally. Um, where there are Adidas stores, for example, in London, they have them on site. In Jamaica, we don't have them yet. We don't have any Adidas stores here. But a shipment is coming to be sold at a local outlet here. And I can't say which name it is yet, but we are assured that the shipment will be here soon. We haven't even gotten our big shipment at JFF. Basically, we got a few pieces for the under 17 and the women who just landed in Australia. Just came off the phone with them and they're good. Um, so the major ones, the major garments, the volume is not here yet. We expect it later this month. Um, and also we expect a shipment to come into Jamaica, but for resale. But go online and get it. I mean, everybody shops online anyway. Everybody um, goes online and buys their stuff online. This is no different. And you don't want to just buy one jersey, you know. So you have the home jersey, which is this, the away, which is the black one, the anthem jacket, the reversible jacket. That one is a huge hit. You know, I have different colors. And they're very comfortable. I can tell you, I'm wearing one now. The quality is very good, and they just look good. So when people seeing them, they look good. In fact, I remember when I was in Qatar recently, and Jamaica is not in the World Cup, but I took a few Jamaica jerseys, and everybody in the lobby wanted one.
Wow.
That's the power of the brand. So
Jamaica is a real brand. You know, so in our local stores in Jamaica here, do we have them in our local stores or we still have to shop online?
No, they're not in the local stores yet. I was in speaking to someone from Adidas. They said that they should be here soon. A shipment should be here soon. But, a lot of people are not waiting on that. A lot of people just going online and buying it. And the demand will not be fulfilled, based on the amount of people that say they want one. But just head online and get your jersey.
What is the cost in US dollars?
Cost of one of the jerseys is about $90. You know, so it's not very expensive. I mean, if you're buying regular jerseys of this quality, you'd pay about that or more. So it's not an expensive jersey. But that's about 15,000 Jamaican dollars. Which,
Okay. All right. Sir, in the chat, we have a number of persons and questions buzzing in the chat already. There are a few questions that I will leave out first, but this one, as it relates to, since you mentioned the jersey, talking about Gregory Messam. Greetings once again, everyone. Who playing that?
Is that Gregory Messam who used to play for us?
That same one, man.
Yeah, man. Big up Gregory.
All right. So you hear that, Spy? All right. Yes, Spy. That music here is from outside the background. A sort of music entertainment going on nearby. All right. So Greg is asking, Sir Chang, do JFF have any say of the design of this kit?
No, it was done by Adidas, and the designer they used Grace Wales banner. And to show you how much, of course they would have passed it by us, right?
Right.
To show you how much they really appreciate the Jamaica brand. And I must say, I see someone sent me something, the criticism is, boy, this is not an authentic jersey because this is ever, was it, here ready, and the authentic one is heat, which is total rubbish, right? Um, and I just wonder why people must always find negative things to criticize. They must have a miserable life to do something like that, right? Um, but the Adidas person that I met with, he actually came to Jamaica. He said that it's the first time he has ever seen that Adidas is using a designer to design a kit for a federation, which is a value that they place on Jamaica, because the Adidas agreement that we have is not just about the jersey, but we're trying to capture the Jamaican culture, show the power we have. But we didn't do the design, it was Adidas and Grace Wales banner. I think they did a great job, with it, with the line of stuff that they have, and I can tell you, I mean, the fit, when you talk about fit and the comfort and thing, it is great. So it really was a good job that they did.
Very good. Mr. Chung, as it relates to the sponsorship, we heard a lot of sponsorship deals coming on recently. I'm not too sure, and I'm sure that our viewers would love to know. In terms of a financial, as a dollar for dollar, what's the tune of the sponsorship to the JFF?
I can't speak to that.
Okay.
Because as you know, we're locked in an agreement, and there is certain confidentiality in the agreement. What I can say is that we have a sponsorship, a base sponsorship, and if the teams qualify further, we get more, and we also get a percentage of the sales. So the more that people buy is the more money that comes into the JFF. At the end of the year, of course, we always publish our audited financial statements, right? But we can't comment on the value of the deal right now, because, as I said, there are internal things to consider, and also we have an agreement, that we have to respect the confidentiality clauses in it. But at the end of the year, as I said, we publish our financials, and people can see what the position of the JFF is. What I can assure you is that the thing is tightly monitored, and we're going to ensure that we maximize this for Jamaicans and the footballers, because all that we're doing, as I said to somebody the other day, is not for people like me, who can't play for Jamaica again. It's for the youngster who has a dream, and this is why we deal with football administration. For that youngster who, can't afford a pair of shoes, but he has a dream to play football.
Yes.
He can get into a grassroots program, he can get into high school, and really make something himself. And, I went to the greatest school in the world, which is Jamaica College, that, right?
That's your opinion, man.
I was speaking to the principal the other day, and one of the things he said, which really resonated with me, is that when you talk about the football program at JC, right, it's not about people who want to go on and play professional football, because only 5% of them will make it, but everyone, right, gets a scholarship out of it. So this is what we want to achieve. It's not just about saying, hey, you're going to come on and be a big star, like a Gregory Nessambu who just wrote in, but at least you'll get an education out of it, and it make you a better person. That is the goal that we want to achieve. We want to use football as a means to make people better people, to make men and women better people, and that's our goal.
That's good. Before we go any further, let me just acknowledge the persons in the chat, sir. So we already acknowledge Gregory. So Denton Pommels, man, Carl Flasher, good night. And we also have Dizzy, girls I'm busy, out and bad. Good. Mr. Lee, good night. Leo Face, I soon read the question, Leo. We get into that. Big up yourself, right? Ronald, Saudi try get the MP or the PM on the show. have one dege question to ask him. All right, sir. Leo Face again, good evening to the Saudichress family. Dale Thompson, Errol Stewart, good evening, everyone. Trevor Whittick, blessed Saudichress family, and Sir Chong. Yes, Dallas Harris, blessing everyone. And of course, Travis, at Dennis Chong, why Wheels banner on the shirt back and not Reggae Boys like the previous kit? That one is coming from Travis. I don't know if you want to adjust that one. He's asking why the Wheels banner on the back of the shirt and not the Reggae Boys like the previous kit.
All right. Well, I mean, this is the version that they put out now. As someone said to me, for example, when you go to a tournament like World Cup, the Grace Wheels banner cannot be on the back of it. So
Okay.
it's not like it's a permanent thing. You know, we're gonna have ways of putting our brand on it. One of the things that we're doing, for example, with Adidas is we're putting not just in numbers, but we're assigning names to numbers. So like you have a 10, which is Pele, right, or a 7, which is Beckham.
Yes.
You can buy your favorite shirts. So those are some of the things we're doing. But this is just the initial shipment. So this doesn't mean that you won't have a Reggae Boys and a Reggae Girls on the back of the shirt. Remember, it's a 4-year deal.
Okay.
Right? So there are a lot of things that are going to be coming over 4 years.
And of course, we're actually through the teething process and we do understand. All right. Members, please remember to hit the like button, man. Come on. We have too many persons in there for me to just have 3 likes so far. And I'm sure you don't want Mr. Chung to be just here talking and no likes for the Saudichress. Come on, people. Do better than that. All right, Sir Chung. The reggae, the JFF was in the news recently for not so much of a good reason. And so, what went wrong with the under 17 travels? But let me just read the question as it come from Leo, because he stated this question already. Why are we keep having so much travel issues with our national teams and no one is being held accountable? That's what Leo asked.
All right. Well, I wouldn't say that no one is being held accountable. I certainly cannot speak to what happened before, right? But what I will not do is whatever happens in terms of how we deal with things internally, I'm not going to come out and say it publicly, right? Because that's a matter between the JFF and employee or employees. I will have to keep things like that. So I hear a lot of people saying a lot of things. I'm sensitive to those things because, I'm very sensitive to the fact that when people's names get out there, that people say all sorts of things. That's very uncomfortable, and
True.
I don't want that to happen to anybody. As the saying goes, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I wouldn't want that to happen to me, so I'm not going to do that. So it's not because you don't hear something, it don't mean it's happening. What you need to do is look at what happens in the future. Now, these things happen. It doesn't mean that when I come in, everything is going to be perfect, right?
Good.
As I said from the start, we will have issues. What is important, right? And everywhere are issues. I mean, you see the amount of frauds that's happening across financial institutions. You see the hiccups that happen with the road traffic amendment and the child restraint system, right? These things happen. What is important is how you deal with the things that happen. Right? So when the thing happened, and it was a very unfortunate incident because all the travel arrangements were made, everything was arranged properly, and all that happened is that when we got there was a little bit of mismanagement of the issue, and what was there before was not presented properly, right? And I don't want to go any further into that, but we did have an issue, and of course, as JFF, we have to accept full responsibility for it. I'm not going to back away from that. But what we did immediately when we got the news is I jumped on the phone, called someone at tourist board, said, listen, I need to speak with someone at COPA because what people don't know is that the next flight that was available was Sunday, which would have been the day of the match.
Oh, wow.
So I got onto JTB. JTB got me to someone in COPA, right? internationally. They got linked us with someone locally, a lady named Latoya Scott, God bless her. And when I spoke to her and I said, listen, our reggae boys are in a bind, they need to go. You know what Copa did for us? Copa requested a bigger aircraft to come the next day because the one that they had was booked out.
Wow.
People don't understand. I was the one who divested with Jamaica. I know when you put a bigger aircraft on it, in terms of fuel and all of those things,
Yes.
it's a lot more money. And I just want to big up Copa for
Respect
that
Copa,
steady
America.
thing that they did, and Latoya Scott, because they were the ones who saved the day. So what our first reaction, unlike a lot of people who say, boy, this thing happened, 5 on for JFF. No. The first thing when all of that was being said is that we jump on the phone and say, listen, the boys have to leave tomorrow, right? And we've got it done, right? We'll take all the criticism after that, but the initial thing is to get the boys out so that they had a match on Sunday. Now, one of the things I did is that when they came in, I met with the 14 boys, right, and the staff, and I said, guys, you all right, right? And they were in good spirits. In fact, I went to the airport personally with them on Friday, right? I got there before the counter opened, right? And waited with them for about 15 minutes for the counter to open. I know Copa did for us. Copa had a special line with 2 dedicated agents for the boys. We checked them in, we did an interview with TVJ, and I saw them off. When they got there, they let me know. In fact, the guys that left the day before did not arrive until the same day, because they overnighted in
In
Panama.
Panama.
So what a lot of people don't know that the boys who left after only arrived 12 hours after the initial
Arrival
flight,
date.
right? So we got them on, right? They let me know that they're there. But one of the things that the boys said to me, they said, boy, Mr. Chung, this thing that happened does not affect us. We are going there and we're going to win that first game. Even though a lot of people are saying, boy, it's going to affect them. The boys are very confident, high spirits, and they won 4-2, you know.
I mean, that
They were a little disappointed, the coaching staff, that we let in too close to the end, but it's understandable. They were just getting acclimatized, and all of that. And they won 4-2.
that was a very good result.
Gregory can tell you how difficult it is to get acclimatized to a different country.
Now, one thing with Gregory, Gregory come in like some animal, and acclimatize very well,
I won't have you dealing with the farm.
No. I'm saying that to say because, he went to the best high school in Jamaica.
Oh, you went to Jamaica College?
No, man. Edwin Allen, you never heard of us? You're hiding something, man. However, that's so good, man. All right, people, remember to hit the like button. Mr. Chung, I know you don't want to get into it, but just for clarity, we heard about, just to set the record straight, there was a letter that was later something that the letter of exemption, so to speak. What is the letter of exemption?
So the letter, what happened is that in order to land in Guatemala, you need to either have a US visa or to get an exemption. And why you need a US visa? They use the US visa as a benchmark. Said this person has been because how Guatemala works is that you get the visa when you get there. So when you get to the airport, that's when they issue the visa. So what happened is that we had got the exemption about 2 days before from the Guatemalan consular, right? And she was very helpful. But she has to send to Guatemala to get the letter written. That letter took a while to get written and sent back to us. So by the time the boys were at the airport, the letter had not arrived yet. And I agree, there should have been some management follow-up to make sure that we manage that thing better, right? And we accept accountability for it, because it's our thing, right? It's not Guatemala's thing, it's our thing. And that's effectively what happened. Now, what we should have done is that we should have followed it up a lot earlier in the day, right, to make sure that the letter came in and we knew exactly what was happening. But that's essentially what happened. And that is why 10 of the boys were able to go and 14 stayed.
Okay.
Because
Sorry.
10 of them had US visas, 14 didn't.
Sir, I'm just learning all of these things, but what thing I've learned from your explanation a while ago, could it be in the future, when we're having camps and so on for our national teams, knowing that some of these travels or destination require a US visa, could we assist our players, during the preparation stage to get US visas, prior to tournaments, so we wouldn't have these problems?
Yeah. And we do, but sometimes the visa process takes a little while, and some of these as boys, as you can imagine, remember that we had the call up, like we had about 2 months worth of training.
Okay.
Right? And we start the process, but some of them take a little while to get done. And just like if we apply for a US visa now, we're not getting a date till next year.
True. You have the links, man. I'm sure that you have the links at the embassy.
What we're trying to do now, is we're trying to encourage people from from even before they get called up to the national team. We're trying to encourage people, go and get a passport, go and apply for a visa, come to us from early so that we can help you with that, right? Don't wait until you get a call up, but because a lot of people in Jamaica, you'll be surprised, don't have a passport.
Wow.
And we need to change our culture. That once you start move, you should get a passport. And that's the sort of thing we need to change. But I agree with you. And so when the boys come back now, we've already started the application for the visa process, and we're going to pursue that further.
Okay, thank you very much for that one, sir. And let me just take a few from the chat. Gregory Messam again. Sir Sadi, true to the fact, the away black jersey is brilliant. Kind of not one Sir Dennis wearing. Reminding me so much.
I'm at home now. I'm wearing the home kit.
He's saying that the one that you're wearing remind him so much of the South Africa jersey. And congrats also to the U17 in Guatemala. Thank you very much, Messa. They'll get that. Travis is also saying, let me just read this. Travis is also saying, thank you, sir, for the explanation. So that explanation that you have given where the banner in the back of the jersey concerned.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so I spoke with the U17 coach earlier today, or the technical director, Wendell Downswell, and he said, boy, they're in good spirits, they're feeling very confident about the match tomorrow, which is against Guadeloupe. If we win that match, we're definitely gone through to the second round. And after the second round, we have one more round, quarterfinal. So after this first 3 matches, we have 2 more matches. If we get through those 2 matches, then we're in the World Cup, the Under-17 World Cup later this year. So that's the primary objective that we have, to get through the U17 World Cup later this year.
So as a Jamaican, I mean, you don't have to answer no as a Gensec, because I know where you're going to say. No, but how confident are you we're going to the World Cup, the Under-17 World Cup?
Well, I had a chat with the boys before, and the coaches, and they're very confident, and based on the feedback, the energy levels that I see with the boys, the talent. I mean, this guy Bell, right?
Brilliant.
15.
Brilliant.
Brilliant, right? I went to see him play the match against Trinidad Arnett, and he was just brilliant. And I said to him, boy, listen, you need to work on this guy, and that's what they've been doing. I mean, looking at the position, the formation, that's what they were doing before. Watson, you see, scored 2 goals.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So we have some good guys. Dylan John, I must put in a current Jamaica college student. You know,
Can't help yourself,
brilliant in the midfield.
You can't help yourself, man.
Yeah, but he's good. He's very good, Dylan. And then we have Mangatal,
Yes,
right?
man.
Number 14. Very good player.
Trust
very
me,
good
that youth,
midfielder.
solid midfielder.
Yeah, man, solid guy. And we have a good defensive unit, right? And, I think that's what a lot of hope is being based on, our defensive unit. But I'm pretty confident that if these boys put themselves together well, the spirit that I saw in the team, I think we'll qualify for the World Cup. I don't see why not, because we have some great guys on the team. And, this first match would have come just under 2 days after they arrived there, so they're getting acclimatized. The coaches watch the Guadeloupe game. They have some ideas about it, so we're going for it. The first step is to get out of this round, which I think we'll do comfortably. I think we'll get out of this round comfortably, right? There are no injuries there, with your report.
That's good.
And the boys told me, they said they're coming back with a World Cup qualification. So holding them to that.
That sounds good. I am confident. I really like the team, and I think the coaching staff, they are working very hard. They are doing a wonderful job outside of what, others may think. But, we have to give the boys a chance. And so, as Jamaican, we want to reach a World Cup, and it's very, very important that we reach that stage. And that though, sir, let me just take another one. Buppy Brown. Good night, Sir Chong. Are we going to see a few friendly games in the office this year? Man, gone past under 17.
Yeah, we're working on friendly games for all the teams, right? Remember, we just had 2 with Trinidad, 2 with the under 17. One was at Stets, one was at Arnett Gardens. So we have those 2. We should be having a friendly game next month in Jamaica against Trinidad, right? I think about 2 of them playing against Trinidad. And later on in the year, we want to do one with the girls, right? The senior women's team, and also another one with the boys here, the senior men's team. So we will have a few of them. A lot of people ask for friendly games, and then when they come out, you don't see a lot of them turn up. But we expect that with the train that the boys are going on, with the train that the girls are going on, I think the crowd support, that we're looking at should be good. And we're going to put on the games. I'm speaking to John Wall today also, who is in charge of talent development. He was one of the coaches, assistant coaches that came with Hargreaves.
Okay.
One of the things we're working on to improve the quality even better is to improve a few fields across the island and bring them up to international standard. So it's not just working on the teams, but we're working on the infrastructure. We have the coaches program that's going, training, and we want to get, this year we plan to have about 10 A-licensed coaches, which means that you can coach anywhere in the world once you have A-license. We have 7 almost finished. So, to be able to put on some games with that sort of improved infrastructure is what we're looking at.
Very, very good. So, we're going to hold you accountable for some of these promises, because we need to see things get back. And I'm sure that when we remember, sir, the issue of the qualifying during those leading up to 1998 World Cup, the vibes that were there, and the office was really an office for the reggae boys. We want to see those days return to the national stadium. Quickly, because we are getting out of time, but boy Messam is on it. Sir Chong, I saw you on the Andre Stevens show the other night. You have any more information on that going on at SSL?
I don't know anything else.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Good question, that Sir Andrew Brown. I would love to that the greatness again in the office. Of course, we all want to see those glory days return. R, you're late, sir. You're marking late. All right. Family blessings. You're late for class as usual, R. All right. So, last one now, sir. In the chat, let us see this one. Trevor Whittick. How many foreign-based players in the squad? You're talking about the under 17 squad, Trevor, or the senior squad? So maybe, Mr. You could address that one. How many foreign-based players?
Remember, the senior squad is not settled yet,
Okay.
right? And the idea that we have now, for example, with the Trinidad game next month, we're going to be using mostly local-based players. So the coach is looking at local-based and also overseas because his plan, I was telling you, this coach is very professional. The first week he came in office, he sat down with us, the technical team, myself and the president, and he presented a 4-year plan up to 2026 with the games he wants to play up to 2026, right? So we're going to be using a lot of the local players. We actually have a camp later this week with some local players. But for the under 17, we have about six or seven, about six overseas players in the 20-man squad, right?
Yes.
Mostly local, from from the high schools primarily, and some of the Premier League club teams, because some of them start to play early. But we're trying to develop the local-based talent, right? And then we inject, overseas. I think that's the plan that we have, to develop as much as possible. John Waller spoke about is going to focus on a major talent development scheme in Jamaica this year. So that's our focus, because if we can, the more players we can develop, as I said, a big push that we have, the president talk about the social impact, is to develop local people who we can send abroad on scholarships.
True.
Increase their education opportunities. Because not just about football, it's to increase the education opportunities for them. So that's the plan we have. One of the things I can say to you also, we're doing a lot of work at the center up at UA to upgrade that facility, and make it a really comfortable place to be at, because we think our players deserve that. And when they come here, we want everybody to be able to stay there when they come here to Jamaica. So those are some of the plans we have, not just the player development, but infrastructure development.
So as you mentioned, the Horace Boyle Center of Excellence, there is a lot of talk in terms of how the infrastructure is. I mean, so many persons, talk about the issue of, what would I say now, the whole infrastructure with the bedding and, room facilities. There is no pool and all sort of things at the center.
Yeah,
is it so bad?
Those things are some longer term things we're going to have to address. But certainly what we can do now in terms of the rooms, the dorms, and that sort of thing, that is the sort of thing that we're working on now. Some of the other things like pool and gym and that sort of thing, it's going to take a little while for us to get there. I mean, of course, we can use facilities outside. But remember, we're at UA, right? So UA has a pool there, down there that we can use.
Okay.
And we can start getting in gym equipment, and that sort of thing. But we're going to take our time and get there. But right now, what we're doing is focusing on improving the living conditions there, and improving the rooms more than anything else. And then we'll branch out from there.
Is there, what sort of management system you have at the center? You have facility managers and, grounds and so on. What are the personnel you have at the manager for maintenance?
Yeah, man. We have a facilities manager. We have groundsmen there also. We also have a cook that's there, a chef that's there to cook for the boys, right? We have ancillary staff. So we have what we need for the center to manage. One of the challenges that we've had over the years is the lack of funds, properly maintain certain things. But we're trying to resolve that. We have people who are coming on and expressing an interest in sponsorship, right? So it's not like while we're talking to people out there, other people are coming and saying, hey, I want to get involved with the program. I want to do this. I want to do that. And that is really helping us. But the way for us to continue to attract that is that, when I come on the programs, for example, it's a matter of providing full transparency, right? As much as we can. I can't talk about the value of an Adidas deal, for example, but whatever we can speak about, providing full transparency, accountability, and improving our product. And as we've been doing that, we see more and more people coming on and saying, hey, I want to be a part of the program, and we welcome that, sir.
So we have about 2 more questions to go. Hopefully those in the chat can come up. But Trevor, as it relates to your question, the information that I have, hopefully it is good for you. There are 6 overseas-based players in the national under 17 squad. Can you confirm that, Mr. Chong?
It's about that, yeah. It's about that. Yeah.
Okay, yes, it is. All right, so Gregory Mesa. Yes, sir, Sadi and Sir Dennis. I love this young unit. Of course. Why am I telling the youth them look good? When will JFF get their own YouTube channel? That's coming from RR.
We're working on that. We actually had a YouTube channel before, and we're actually working on that. We're actively discussing that internally. So we know there are a lot of things that we want to put in place. For example, the website. We're working on resuscitating the website. But, it takes time. I mean, I feel like I've been at the JFF in the role for about 2 years. It's actually 3.5 months I've been there. So
that's a whole lot.
Others feel like 2 years, but I'm enjoying it, and we see the development happening. We see the development of the staff happening, so we put certain things in place. One of the things that I've done, for example, which is, the staff really appreciates, is that we actually, because we have a chef there, one of the things that we've done is we actually provide lunch for staff every day. That's a huge thing for people. So, I mean, a lot of people outside will see the football and that sort of thing, and the result of the matches, the travel thing, and don't understand the organization and the people behind it that we need to manage. There's a lot of moving parts, So, while people are talking about the football game, preparation that has to go into that, the management of the staff, the accounting, everything, is a lot of back office work, and we're working on that, to get there. One of the things we've been having challenges with is the internet that's being provided by one of the providers that provide to us. It's up and down. Those are the issues sometimes we have to deal with. So we have the facilities manager in place, we have the staff, everything, but it's going to take a little while for us. But I think we're moving in the right direction. Everything is not going to be positive, We're going to have days when it's negative, but it's how we recover from it that's important, and that's how we try to manage.
So true, so true. All right, let me just take this out. Sir Chong, I know that since you have been on board as GenSec, I've seen a lot of changes, hear a lot of changes taking place. How's the status of the JFF in terms of its finances right now?
The finances, we could always use more financing. The Adidas money definitely has helped us, but it has not gotten us out of the hole. But what we try and do is manage the money as efficiently as possible. That's one of the keys that we're trying to do. Manage the money as efficiently as possible. And I think we're holding up so far with it. But certainly in terms of wastage, we're cutting out all the wastage that's there. The whole thing about, and as I talk about the back office, getting free quotes for something.
Oh, right.
So you're going out to get groceries, for example, you get 3 quotations for it and do an assessment, that sort of thing, ensuring that all receivables are collected, paying down the debt as much as possible because a lot of the debt has been coming from 10 years ago. That's when the issues start to plague us. And, we're doing our best. Of course, if we get, if fans want to contribute, we're going to be setting up something like a GoFundMe, for people to do that. We already have some people already who actually give us money, make contributions, and those things help a lot, because football is an expensive thing to run, very expensive.
That is so true. I missed this one from Gregory. Sir R, I would love that the JFF to hire you to set up one for them, my boss. I guess they want, as it relates to the YouTube channel, or probably you could hire the Saudichress to give you some needed coverage. Who knows?
Well,
Our partnership.
One of the things I'm thinking, it's funny that you mentioned that, because one of the things I'm thinking about is, when we set up the YouTube channel, can we actually work with some of the people who are already bloggers out there, to get this thing done? I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. The wheel is running already and it worked well. So if it worked well, why are we going to reinvent it? How can we leverage what is out there? How can we get a benefit and at the same time, you guys get a benefit? I believe in win-win situations. So that's something we're going to look at. I've charged our marketing person, the marketing consultant we have is Leon Mitchell, who used to be with Jamaica National, well known. He used to play semi-pro football in England too, when he was younger. And we'll have a lot of plans on the table. You're going to hear a lot of things come out. This year, for example, is particularly busy working with FIFA on certain things. If those things get off the ground, it's going to be huge for JFF and Jamaica. Because I see this football as not just playing football, but it can build a tourism market in Jamaica. And that's what we're working on, because Jamaica and football, huge brands.
I tell you, sir, I'm sure based on what Gregory Messam heard of you and our viewers, Gregory is saying that, Sir Chong, glad you are on board to help Sir Ricketts, because the great captain shoes hard to fill, but it's going to take some time, of course. All right, Sir Chong, this is what I want some real clarity on. The JFF elections coming up very soon. And there's an increase in numbers as it relates to voting. A very huge increase. Can you bring this to the fore? Explain to us what happened and how the change come about. How important it is for us to have those sort of numbers in.
Yeah, so it's important because what it did, it increased the stakeholder involvement. So before this, what you used to have is basically the 13 parishes deciding who is president. Right? So there would be 13 plus about 4 votes with the executive, about 17 votes in all, right? Now there are 56 votes, right? The parishes under the poll system was 13 out of 17 votes.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 4 would be affiliated with parishes. So effectively the parishes control 17 votes, right?
Yes.
17 out of 17. With the new system now, the parishes will have 26 of 56 votes. So they don't have the majority. They have 2 votes each. Pillar 2, which is the men's and women's tier 1 and tier 2, will have 4 votes each for a total of 16 votes in pillar 2. And then the 7 affiliated bodies will have 2 votes each of 14, right? So
Okay.
14, 16, that's 30,
Yes.
that's 26, that's 56. So no one group controls football anymore. And I think it's something that is a lot more democratic, you'd recall that it was under Horace Burrell that moved it from 100 votes it was to the 13 or the 17. Right? Yeah,
So,
now it's changed. It's a lot more democratic now. The more stakeholders they have involved, it means that as you try and make sure everybody is satisfied, you spread the love across the island, and it's a much better thing for Jamaica. So that's how we really ended up there. FIFA was also insistent that the constitution had to be changed and we had to increase the number of votes. So that was a part of the move too.
so you're saying to me it gives more persons opportunity to choose or to vote for president.
Yes,
Would
yes.
you say in with this number there's, because we know the notion of election in Jamaica. You think it is harder for any um how should I say now, any one of those persons vying for president to use to so-called buyout voters? Uh,
Yeah, man. I think so. It's much harder, much harder.
Much harder. You
Yeah,
think this
much
will
harder
suit the
because
president?
dealing with the 13 parishes, the four clubs, that's 17, um, and then seven, so that's 21 different organizations that have to deal with now.
Some people believe that moving up this number, the present administration would stand a better chance.
Well, for me, that's not for me to comment on. I am not into the politics, right? I am
But
dealing with the president.
how could you escape from the politics when you are the general secretary, sir?
Well, I just by focus, I focus on the operations, you know. So I'm not going to be influenced politically, and I'm not going to go out there and influence anything politically, right? I need to focus on the running of the JFF, and that's what I do.
Do you have a
So
vote?
in terms, yeah,
Do you have a vote in the elections?
no, I don't.
You
I don't.
don't. Okay.
No, I don't.
So it is highly possible. Well, I don't even know because the how is general secretary selected? Is under each team or after the
No, the
election then?
president makes a recommendation to the board, and the board votes on the general secretary.
Okay. All right. So with your stance and the way you speak about these things, I'm sure that everybody in football, would have liked for you to continue, hoping that the plans that you
Well,
have set
I
out.
don't think everybody.
Well, I do understand. That's true.
But
Well, you're right.
I don't think about it that way. I just do what I need to do, right? Because my focus is on development of football for the young man, the little boy who say who have a dream. That is the greatest reward for me when I see somebody grow up and go through that dream and realize that dream, and someone who come from a rough background and is able to provide for a family, provide for children because of football. When we can get that, if we can say that, 100 boys come up, 100 of them come up, they make
Yes.
the lives of four persons each, for example, better. And that's the focus that we want to get.
All right. So I have one last question, but before I ask this question, I know you want to go. Let me just take those in the chat that we have not yet said. Miss Sam, your ears too clean. All right. So, RR, will we have a big balloon football like France '98 for the girls? Greg Messam, what become
Um,
of the Ballon
you know,
d'Or
we're,
football?
we're, we're gonna do something for the girls as to what it is. We don't know yet, but we definitely want to do something for the girls. And if the under 17 boys qualify too, we want to do something for them too.
Of course,
And I'm sure that there are a lot of sponsors who want to come on.
the girls are already in the World Cup.
What's that?
The girls are already at the
Yeah,
World Cup.
man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. They're already there, so we wanted to have a farewell game or something like that, with some activities. But that's left to be seen as to what exactly it is. Of course, Minister Grange, I'm sure would love to be an integral part of it as someone who loves the sport and supports a lot of sports. So, there's some discussion that's going to take place on that.
All right, so I'm Gregory Mesa want all the signatures on that big ball. I hope I can get my one out there. The Saudichress channel need to be at least on one of those peg. All right, so no, Mesa, I am at home. I am not at Twickenham Park, and I answered the first one in the chat, so I'll leave it to that. All right, so we are seeing this now. Mr. Chong, we need a slot to mobilize the past players, in the diaspora. So I don't know what the JFF have in store for, the past players, especially those from the 1998 football squad, or should I say those following up, going to the 1998 World Cup, because there are a number of players who started out in the qualifiers who did not really make it to the World Cup.
Yeah. So what are you saying? The fast players, what do you mean?
He's saying that if you need a slot, we need a slot to mobilize the past players in the diaspora. So to get those players like the Gregory Messam in the diaspora, how can we get them on board, to help with all of these promotion, whatever it is, recommending.
For the past players?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. No, I certainly welcome that. So, anybody has suggestions, just send me an email. I don't know everything. The more people that contribute to this thing, the better for us. So send me an email, general.secretary@jff.live.
All right, very hear that, RR. You are taking notes in the meeting, so make sure you have all of that when I ask you for a summary. All right. Good night, Mr. Gill. Thank you for joining. RR, so you must hit the like button. And for those of you who have not yet done so, please do. And those who are here for the very first time, I ask that you subscribe as we continue to grow the channel. Finally, sir, I know that there are some issues some time ago with players, even coaches, where contractual agreements are concerned. There are times when players were basically on strike, trying to get their...
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that those things can't happen again. What I know now is that we have a current contract in place, and both sides are expected to honor the contract that we have, and before contracts expire, then we'll renegotiate a new contract.
So we are gone past those days.
Yeah, unless someone wants to strike outside of a contract, but unless they are going to, honor contracts that they're in.
Okay. So what are the big plans for the 2026 World Cup?
The big plans?
Mm.
Well, the coach has set out his timetable in terms of playing, and we just have to follow the coach. Coach is a technical person.
Okay. Sir, that's it for me. I know I've gone over the time that you have given me. Is there anything you want to say to Jamaica or those who local and abroad?
Just continue to support the reggae boys and the reggae girls. Fan base helps the dreams that the boys and girls come true, and I want to thank everybody for the support over the years, and thank the fans for the interest in Jamaica football, and Jamaica, because Jamaica is a huge brand. I'm going to make it a lot bigger with the assistance of the fans and the sponsors. So, that's all we ask.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Dennis Chung, General Secretary of the Jamaica Football Federation. It was very good having you with us tonight, sir. I hope that we will speak again. Sometime we have more times coming up closer to the elections, and even after the under 17 boys qualifier, or the girls moving on to Australia for their World Cup contest. Thank you again, sir, and I wish you all the best in this very stressing and intriguing job. We want to see you and the JFF succeed, because Jamaica want to go back to all the different levels of World Cup and to see our football standard in the country develop as well. Thank you very much and have a good night, sir.
No problem.
All right, thanks. Bye. So here we had, Mr. Dennis Chung. It was a very good discussion, one that, we have learned as usual, and I hope that you have learned so much. We asked that you continue in the show, we still have another section to go where we look at football, in a wider plan. And so, as we say, we still need at least 2 more likes, people, based on what I am seeing. And we continue to grow our channel. Yes, so Gregory Messam again, the big plan to qualify for the North America hosting for the great show on earth. Listen me, trust me, I don't know what can stop or what will stop Jamaica. Politics and carelessness on the part of JFF is the only reason I see Jamaica not qualifying for the World Cup. The fact that we have so many spaces, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that we have so many spots available to CONCACAF, why can't we qualify when it is being held in our own region? So, Mr. Sam, you know what it is like. I mean, trust me, it's a very good one. All right. I've not seen Whoopi Brown on my show for a very long time. I wonder why he find himself. Whoopi, are you still there? I know. Liverpool won. Man out in red. Well, Alar, I know me I drop your word for. No, man, if that was the case, I would have put on my Liverpool jersey, me have my official Liverpool jersey. Yeah, man, with sardine at the back. Trust me. You don't believe? All right. Don't test me now. I can show it to you. I have my original still in the plastic. Wear no one again, but wash and put in the plastic. Yes, man. But it's not the reason why I'm wearing red. Just coincidence. I think Boopy is the man who came on board tonight. And I never watch a match today. To be honest, as I said before, once I am active or occupied, I will not force myself to be watching right now. But, it's a good win. It's a good win. It's a derby, Merseyside derby as they call it. And I said before on the previous show that I give Liverpool the edge only because the match is being played at Anfield. That's the only reason why I give Liverpool the edge, people. All right? Now, you look back on the Premier League over the weekend. We had some very, dramatic games. Games that left purses, other people in red, not feeling good. Yes, RR, Club saying not leaving. I know he's not leaving, but, that's just me still. I think I will want to watch the highlights tonight just to see, how the team played. Or maybe you could give me an overview of how the team played. So, it's really very, very interesting. Let me see, people. I have another guest that I plan to take on. I've not got any response yet. Let me see if he made any contact at all. Hold on a second. No. Not. All right. So let me see if I can get through to him, though. Let me not say who it is until the person comes. Don't want to make such a big promise. Anyhow, yes, people, that's where it is. So the English Premier League, where other Reds went down and another Red won. So the Gunners has, they lost 4 points in 2 games. I'm not right. Or 5. They only gained a point in 2 games, which not looking good, knowing how City can really come out and, drive at you at the last moment. And if this game, people, if this game coming on Wednesday, Manchester City versus Arsenal, if City wins, I don't know where we will end up. All right, so let me hear caller coming in. All right. Trevor, good night. You're alive. What say you?
Yes, big up yourself, Saudichress and the family,
Respect,
big up
Trevor,
all
man.
viewers, them. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
Interesting listening to the Gen Sec, you know what I mean? sound like him have some good plans ahead. So we just have to just watch and see where everything transpires. But I hear you dive into the EPL. That's why I'm calling, because I don't understand why would you be discussing anything about Liverpool. I know he's a Liverpool fan, but I think we should only be talking about Man U, Man City, and the Gooners. And let me make it clear, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I don't feel like I'm beating up on Liverpool. So we shouldn't be discussing no Chelsea or no Liverpool right now.
You see, if you listen to why I started out, it's not so much I want to discuss Liverpool in this, because I have not seen Buppy out in a long while. The fact that Liverpool weren't doing so well and they won today, so maybe that's the reason he came on the show.
Well, I hear him on another platform earlier this morning that talks him about move past a certain team, they're gonna move up into 9th. I'm like, when since Liverpool move into 9th position being an achievement, but I'm a big Liverpool fan, But interestingly, I like how the Premier EPL are pan out right now.
Yes.
I think we are in the business end of the season, and I believe the Gooners start to feel the heat. You know what I mean? I hear them send inspector over the Emirates to check out the structure of the building, because I hear it shaking. You know what I mean? So
listen to me, man. I wonder if Gregor Messam listening to you, man. I want to aspire listening.
I remember the days when Eduardo,
yes,
the guy was playing some real ball and he went down. Arsenal was flying away with the title and they just choke. I remember Van Persie also went down and they choke.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be a repeat this year. You know what I mean? So that's just my little piece for the night. I know the Gooners fan them coming at me, but we're back, Brad. We can't take it.
Trevor, let me tell you the truth.
But interesting game coming up Wednesday.
Yes, man.
I think that's gonna determine. It's not gonna determine who win, but I think it's gonna have a big say. The title running.
I think the game on Wednesday will set the tone to see, if we'll have a down to the wire title chase, or Arsenal will continue to lead by 3 or 5 points. However, I must say this, Trevor. I must say this. R in the chat is saying that Chelsea boss upset. He spent 1 bill. West Ham spent 0, and game draw 1-1.
Yeah, but like we see on another platform, our season is finishing. Chelsea we spend money to win titles. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the fellow Chelsea fans want to say, we do it already, and we are going to do it again. So this season is kind of like just competing. Okay. So next year is going to be the real. We're taking a real shot on the title, definitely.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Good point. Good point.
But Wednesday game, I believe if Arsenal win that game, I think it will give them a real boost, and they will get back their swagger. If they lost, I think, trust me, it's the beginning of Arsenal start coming.
The last time when they lost the game, they get to Everton, I said I wonder if this is a Arsenal slide, and so the fact that they came back and drew, it says something that every team in this competition at any given day can lose or can win a game. But I have already declared Arsenal the winner, So I would lose if they don't win. But, I think they still have a very good chance. And hoping to see a very exciting match on Wednesday, whichever team wins.
Yeah, it will definitely be an exciting game. Trust me, it's going to be a tense affair, you know what I mean? And Arsenal is in the driving seat, We're not going to take that away from them. They are in the driving seat. But like I said, like when I hear my good friend Dunga said today on another platform, is that we're going to see who can hold the nerve, you know what I mean? And I think, this is the time of the season when nerves gonna dictate, how teams perform.
Yes.
Especially the ones up top fighting for the title. And then, for me, I believe it's added pressure on the Gooners, because they are winning about 20 years now. And them say them are the big side, so let's see how it pan out now.
All right, Gooners fans, if you want to rebut what Trevor said, let me hear you. I say Messam, Messam is the only brave one on this platform, They won't chat Gunas. So yes, Trevor, for real, man.
I urge Gunas fans to call in and voice them opinion rather than just typing, you know what I mean?
All right, let me have it.
Hear what I have to say, you know what I mean?
All right, Gunas, even Man U and Man City, these are and Newcastle too. These are the teams that Trevor said I should discuss,
But I don't, listen, you can always find out one of them teams that the Newcastle's who gonna be there and there about, and then they take that fade away. I don't see Newcastle in the top 4.
All right, since you mentioned that, Trevor, name me your top 4.
I think my top 4 gonna be Man City number 1.
Lord.
Arsenal number 2. Arsenal number 2. Man United 3 and Spurs 4.
And Spurs 4.
Liverpool gonna be a close 5th.
Okay.
They're gonna be just shaded out by the Spurs.
All right. We have hope in Liverpool, sir. I've got to talk to you more often,
Yeah, man. Liverpool have some fire in them belly, man. Them Liverpool still have the team who can do it at the Premier League level, definitely. They're going through a bad patch, just like Arsenal kind of above them too,
All right.
Which was expected at some point.
Trevor. Trevor.
I'm not writing off the Gunners, but I have City as my EPL champion, 22-23.
All right. Messam is calling. You want to go or you want me to add him to the call?
You can add him, man.
All right. Because since you call out the Gunners, so Messam is on track now. So let me hear what the discussion will be. All right, Mr. Gregory, you're up next. Gregory. Sorry. If him still a try call. Yes, man. Trust me, this EPL coming on.
Gregory trying to call and he probably mistakenly, press the end button because the Gunas family is well nervous now.
No, man. I may call him, man. Because him hung up because he was calling while you were on. Don't worry, man. He might come, man. He might chat some things there. All right, let me see what Messam said until him come on live. Go easy, sir, Toad. That RR said that, And remember, you make mention to Liverpool will be shaded out. RR said that Liverpool is 9 points from 4th. Anything can happen. But, boy, I don't see Liverpool making to the top 4. Not at all. The skipper is the next guest. We're waiting on skipper. Go on at your bed. You're gibberish, friend. Oh boy, don't mess up, man. Alright, hold on.
I thought it was Sir Lanky.
No, man. May I go hang you up and get him and then me carry you back? Sir Gregory.
Yeah.
I was trying to add you to the call with the skipper,
Yeah, man, boy, you add me, man, because I hear about big squad and big side of puller.
Don't move, I'm adding you. May I add him to the call? You gone? Wow. There are so many people who want to be on this call. Vasily, you're live on the Saudichress show.
How are you, man?
I thought I'm happy to have you, man.
Me just come out of thing and not even check the time and just say, me never get a chance to call you.
Yeah, that is so sure. Thank you very much, too. Since you're on, man, just bless up the Saudichress family. We are all happy and congratulations to you and the boys.
Yeah, man, bless up everyone on this Saudichress show, we are here. Thanks for the support, man. We are here trying our best,
Yes, that's nice. We just had the General Secretary on the show, So he's also confident that you guys will make it out. Yes, man.
You had Mr. Chung on the show just now?
He just hung up. Maybe about 5 minutes ago.
Why? Why? You heard an extra stripe or two?
I hope so, boss.
I wish I did show it a little bit earlier.
It's just a pity.
Yeah,
that's so good. But I mean, we're looking for our next great result tomorrow, and Vasily, I don't know how good it will be, but I'm sure that the Saudichress fans will be looking for a post-match interview, from one of the coaches as well. So look out and listen. We'll be following the game, and I will, send you a link that you could show, because we don't want just a WhatsApp interview anymore. The people in FIFA will be bigger than WhatsApp interview.
Yeah, man, you don't know, me always I support your show, and one of the things I observe is that, boy, you'd have gotten some guests on your thing where, boy, it's no ordinary show. I mean, the people are trying and can't get them people there, So yeah, man, I'm big up to the show and those who supporting us. And one thing is assured is that we're giving this thing our best shot,
Yeah, man,
and I'm hoping for a positive result tomorrow to follow on the first one,
Yeah, man, that's so good, man. Trust me, we're happy for that, and we'll continue to do our piece. So, thank you for calling, man.
Yeah, man.
And if you're not going,
yeah, man, I feel free to talk, man. We should be, the coaching staff should more than likely will remain and watch the second match. So late hours, maybe about them time, I will give you a shout also.
No problem. That would be good for me, man.
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right. Thank you very much, Paslan. All the best again for the next game, and to you and the boys.
Yeah, man.
Maximum
no
respect.
problem, man. Thanks.
All right. Cool. Yes. So that is Coach Vassar Reynolds, people. Coming out of Guatemala, had their training session. We should have linked up earlier today, just before the training session, but, technical issues, we were unable to do so. So let us see if we can get back to these Premier League debaters, the Gooners, the man they call Gregory Spy Messam, Yes, sir, Messam. It seems like you run to challenge the skipper.
No, I'm not run on your call already. I'm not run from nothing because I go say him and put himself in a big club category and in the owner stadium. He can't talk to me. Come to talk to me. When I reach him up on item, at any moment, if he goes boom, him drop poof and splash out.
Alright, Gregory, easier.
Go easy, Gregory. Go easy. We don't talk about structure now. We are talking about.
Hey, structure part of it, bro. How you get success if you don't have a structure? What do you think?
Calm down.
Alright. Yes, Messa. Let us take it one at a time. Alright, Trevor, you go first. You were on the mission. Let him hear what exactly you were saying and let him try and rebut you.
Like I said before, Arsenal feeling the heat. Yeah, the fire where Gregory forward on the Saudichress show. Take it easy, little bro. Take it easy, man. We're talking football. You know what I mean?
Football ball?
Don't mad at me, man. Don't mad at me, Sam. Don't mad at me. I'm just.
Reach a structure yet. But structure a part of the success of your club or any organization there, bro. Outdoor thing you run, bro. I don't understand.
No, but you say a part of the success, and you are saying that we don't have a structure. But you still we have 2 Champions League titles. To put somewhere. You know what I mean? That's a success. That's success. So if let's not go there though. Let's talk about the current affairs.
Alright, hold on, Trevor. Let me some go.
The Prem we're talking about. How you reach a Champions League, sir? How you reach a Champions League, sir?
Okay, you're talking about success.
No, we are talking about the whole structure how you say. Remember now you found out and say, Arsenal winning them. I make the world know that, You said that,
Absolutely.
You just said, you look like you rather Liverpool win or what? Bragging rights or London? Is that the problem?
No, you see, I don't know why I have no bragging rights.
No, I don't have no bragging rights.
That's why I don't want to win. That's why I don't want to win. I'm telling you why I don't want to win. Yeah. We want to continue to rule London. You know what I mean?
Okay.
In terms of championship, yeah.
Okay, all right. I got you. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
But you rather Father Blacks have all of the talk from that side of the world, eh? More than
yeah, man. You know why Father Blacks them used to winning. You know what I mean? City used to winning. So
City,
I don't judge about 20 years now. So this one a man don't keep him down.
Listen, City used to what?
City used to win in the Prem, man. City win about 7 titles out of about 10. Out of the last 10.
Bro.
So what's going on with the Gooners now, man? They look shaky because me them sell inspector for the building the other day. Because them somebody have it a shake, you know. I don't know the result. Of that.
Oh, if you shake, I wanna lose some man. When I overstand you, when I understand oh, if you know because I wanna lose some match. You notice where we lose the game then, bro? Where we lose the 2 game?
On the road, I know.
Okay, alright. But close my key.
Hey, listen. You know, right now it's only Trevor, Messaman, RR at chat EPL, you know. Everybody get quiet, you know, because people get nervous, you know. But me know Messaman hold up, you know, because him still have the advantage. And me already declare.
RR on?
Yes, man. Listen, you guys want to come. You want to come live so we can have a better discussion. Me can send no link, you know.
No link in a defense we play now. You don't know what you're saying. Yeah.
We're good with this, man. But I like your RR perspective. Declare what team they support in RR and let me hear your perspective on the EPL.
You see, RR is a Liverpool man, you know.
I'm a Liverpool man.
It sounds so to me. RR, declare yourself, RR, please and thanks.
Well, cut it. Well, Bookie say patch up the pool and get 3 gallons of water night today. I don't know what I want.
Listen, man, is the only reason Bookie Company show tonight because Liverpool win. The only reason.
You know, so even though no win those side, it was a good performance, but as you said, though.
No,
pretty win is better than umbrella.
The first goal was electric, though. Remember the classic Liverpool.
Yeah,
I saw the goals. I saw the goals, but I haven't seen any the game really.
That's what I'm saying. Otherwise, from you know what I'm saying, they have you know, say alright then. It's a new look. Liverpool like how Matt Gallew they for the farm now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
In them last 5 games. You know what I'm saying? But Liverpool they play.
I don't think we'll see Liverpool this season.
The game coming up Wednesday, no mess up. That game is delicately poised, you know, because honestly,
yeah, we know that.
If you want my prediction, to be honest with you, I feel like we're not gonna edge that game. The Gooners gonna edge that game, and one of the reasons why I believe that is that
this game gonna tell us how we are gonna finish this competition, you know, bro. This game Wednesday gonna tell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
like I said, I think we're gonna edge that game, and it's gonna be given a big boost. You know what I mean? It's gonna give a big boost. I think we're gonna get back on the swagger, or get back on the confidence, and start to roll again. Because without a doubt, the Gooners them play the best football in the EPL so far this season. You know what I mean? And a lot have been said about a lot have been said about the
Remember, I know me are the only person from the Gooners side, you know, so we have played the best football, you know, but there's E-Cups, bro. We can't play the best football and there's E-Cup at some point in time in our setting up, bro. Because for all we are doing well, but there's certain players we need to strengthen, bro, if we ever think about Champions League football forward, you know, 2023 season, bro. And then maybe something there. We need help, bro. In other departments.
I think you all should have gone out and spent a lot more money in the January window, because I believe at this point still like to even win this Premier League in terms of numbers. You know what I mean? But
Bro, we need depth, bro. You can't be a champion thing and you don't have depth. You need that, bro. At some point in time, you're gonna need that depth, bro.
Yeah, man. Especially to be playing midweek games, and the tough contest in the Premier League. But R is saying that never walk alone, boss. So him declare himself, so him don't walk alone.
Alright.
So
Man.
Liverpool for life, Him say Bars in the 80s are him cousin.
Oh, okay.
So him have to follow them. Trevor, R is saying Potter and Southgate the same.
I'm not one of them fan that way like to criticize coach. We give coach a good 2-year run. Unfortunately, my team now have that patience. But I believe this coach is a very good coach based on what I saw from him at Brighton. You know what I mean? This Chelsea team signing players left, right, and centre. So, you have to give him some time.
When I interrupt you, as I say to another conglomerates of yours, I said, this coach is actually shopping for another coach. Because him not last, to dig this up, bro. We can't tell you that, bro.
Yeah, with the trend, dog at the bridge,
Yeah.
Very unlikely that we're gonna last, But
bro.
Honestly, I like, like I said, from based on his performances at Brighton, what I saw him do with Brighton, he did well. And it seems like down at Brighton, them have a good scouting system down there. I don't know if he was a part of it, but I like the football that he played down there. You know what I mean? So I can live with this coach right now.
Skipper, me interject. Certain clubs do well with high-profile coach, not mediocre coach of lower clubs and regular. And we are going to use an example. We are going to say the David Moyes. We decide to left him good job and go girl you.
Yeah.
And run a bush there. This man Chelsea.
Yeah. My theory on that, mess up is that I believe the British coaches, the Scottish coach, with the exception of Fergie, the Scots, the Irish, the English coaches, I don't believe they do well with the big spending teams. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, the big spending teams,
big clubs are not what?
Yeah, because most of the time, the big clubs, they are having players from all over the world, from continental Europe, South America. You know what I mean? So I think they're not cutting it with those kind of players. If you notice how they perform well is when they have a lot of British players and them squad, them core usually with the British players. So they coach those players well. But the international players, I don't think they do well with them.
Mesam, hold on a second. Mesam, what do you say about this? You mentioned depth, you need depth in your team, but RR is saying that take out Saka and Martinelli, Arsenal become neutral.
Yeah, we said that already. We have that conversation in other groups. Even with the skipper, yeah, it's true.
So Mesam, which aspect of the team you think needed more of depth than anywhere else?
Bro,
which aspect of the team?
Bro, we need, in all aspects, bro. Because, so for instance, if a party out, bro, yeah, we have problem in bro. See, but always I say we need height in our number 10, our number 11, bro. Somewhere along the line there, bro. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who prolific also, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think we're lacking out of department there, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can't call upon that. Right now, I would have exchanged, as I said, toward hard. But I take a Giroud, I even a Zlatan right now. As old as them be, the setup to win this cycle.
Oh, you need that prolific aerial ball. That's true.
They will go to a major boost. Yeah. But, once you declare yourself as a big team, you have to have minimum 2 players, real quality players at every position. At least, bro. At least, bro.
So that's what Chelsea is trying to do, Trevor.
No, that's what we do. It's something that we do all the time. You know what I mean? That's why we have, 6 EPL.
Except
we spend money.
Except them over the limit and them loan out, them kill players' career now. Yeah, man.
No, man, we don't kill players for him, man. We raise players and sell them out, man. And loan them out.
Bro.
We have the Brightons, the Crystal Palaces, the
Bro.
Bournemouth, all of them teams that we can afford players.
I sell with the redundant. I give Arsenal redundant one, them the one.
I'll give Arsenal the rejected one.
I said that too, you know. I said Chelsea buy the ball as Arsenal pre.
Because you know what, Messam, as I talk about that, you know, Messam, I still don't understand why you don't buy Jorginho, you know. I don't understand that. I thought you could have gotten somebody younger.
You can speak Spanish, bro.
Oh, speak 2 languages, 3 languages,
Yeah,
Portuguese,
Italian,
and
Hold on.
Spanish.
Jorginho?
Yeah.
Jorginho no Spanish. I will say speak Spanish.
Spanish, Portuguese,
Okay.
Italian, Arabic, bro.
Okay.
Bilingual, bro.
Oh, so him have a different role to play.
I guess.
Oh, he's a communicator. Arteta say he's a good. When he buy it, he thought he get a good leader. So I see where that's coming from now.
Okay. All that I can say, bro. I know not necessary. I don't know the reason.
I mean, he can help, you know. He can help when you're not trying to save what you have. But in terms of chasing games,
you see the PS out there with, bro.
Yeah.
You think Jorginho can keep up that PS, bro?
No, I see you put him on in the first game, on his debut, and I think he touched the ball probably twice.
So the game run left him.
Himself in that position. Yeah, but you know,
Jorginho too slow for them type of
I
football.
know it's big baller still, so you have got to know about it.
Knows like him because I'm penalty kicks, man, nothing else.
Keep right now and try that. The keeper them are go right over, they go stand up.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Arsenal signed the pre-retired Chelsea ballers, while Chelsea get Arsenal players and win trophies?
That's it. Money. You know?
Is the money, yes, man, the influence.
We're willing to spend money, Arsenal is not.
Yeah, but as I'm a skipper area, I think we don't need a stadium though. A little react this time. But they can enter. No, so they can. So, Friday they can end up out at the street and play.
No, that's true. But you know.
You don't want the bridge collapse.
All of that was in the making. All of that was in the making, you know, until them start to.
But I know what I'm thinking. It's not like we can't have a stadium, you know, but there's no more space in London, bro.
In London, yeah. No, we'd have to build one up in the sky.
Yeah, all of that, bro.
Call the Qatar people, man. Qatar people will build it for you, you know.
Yeah, man, them can build a mobile stadium.
Oh, Qatar are the greatest, man. The man them build a stadium that can remove.
The space them limit in London like Kingston, you know. You know, so there's no more space unless you go down and get that go buy the old building there.
I tell you, boss, that's how it is. Yes, man. So, Gregory Mesa, I tell you, the Gunners look good, man. Gunners look good. It just had a little blip right now. And I think they have another setback before the end of the season. But as me say, the way City playing as well.
Bro, one team, I see it. What I see now, we're forward through this, and then go step on a great rain and a Leicester City, you know, bro. Everybody else are winning a challenge, you know, bro.
Yeah, man.
And Leicester City, bro. Leicester City, along the way, and why Leicester eventually win, everybody underestimate.
That's it.
Leicester.
Everybody give them the last match. This is the last match, that's all.
But Gregory, the Leicester City team, you know, was quietly a great team, you know. They creep under the radar and the usual big four, you know. Yeah. You know, look at the quality players they had when they won. Trust me, that was a solid team with a very experienced coach.
Yeah, man, trust me, I can tell you that Leicester team, they shock you all away. Up to the last year, Bridget. You couldn't believe.
No, Leicester, we When everybody, the Leicester till December. Leicester. Leicester now, no catch.
Yeah.
Yo, trust me, man. The boy Vardy and Mahrez, boy, trust me, the man is frightening, man.
And Kante.
Yeah, Kante was a...
boy, we didn't go back and Montpellier. When you again, my son, we play for France in the year when they win them first major trophy, the Euro.
Yeah, and the little black youth named Dyer. The little youth, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No man, they have a proper team. Squad, as a matter of fact, because they were deep too.
Hey, Messan, you're the one a bad mouth, you know. Liverpool was in the same spot, 14 points, and City won the league by 1 point.
Exactly.
No, they said that, skipper. They said that already. They tell Lenty said the last championship because Mr. Liverpool are lead until the 15th of May and lose the 20th of May.
Yeah, man, true, man.
So,
Yeah, man.
It's the only team the City lose so big.
Yeah, bro. Me not call it out, bro.
Me still give them the advantage, man.
So, let me ask a question, Mr. One of my betting on another platform who want to be a coach. He's trying to tell me that the fact that Arsenal are that big lead and now we're doing it down to 3 points, in nothing Liverpool and the fans them feeling the pressure. What you say about that?
Liverpool,
Arsenal.
Oh.
Bro, of course, bro. Well, bro, we're being a feel the pressure from the first game, bro. We take this lead there, bro. We're being a feel the pressure, bro. Remember, I know, everybody, I look for a slip up in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you just seen Arsenal over a score of years, haven't been doing that well. Remember, I know, all of the season up to that, you know, we lead until November, you know, and then that to fall 6 and 7, you know, true or false. At first, so over the 20 years, we're actually at the lead, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, with this consistent, bro. You know,
True.
all of the rest of the time, we end up all at 11, 12, then forward down to 6, 7 when the closing at the prem. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're being a feel the pressure, bro. Being a feel the pressure, that's why you hear some people come and say, oh, these are the 2 games to lose, and we draw, Yeah, bro, remember, I know, bro. You have the lives of a city, you can't sleep on city at no point in time. Girl, you are creep up, in which they can be very dangerous, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Right now, bro.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So those are the things we have to look out for, Ray. So even though we beat Ray, as we said, this game Wednesday, if we can get 3 points out of this, it give us back another boost, like Lucas here, bro.
Yeah, man.
Alright, Miss Sam. Right, may I tell you the truth? I'm not sure other 3 points there. You know. Honestly, I carry the match if you draw. 2-2 draw.
Bro, if, as I said, bro, sorry, if we go there willingly, I hear skipper himself, so like you said, when we have played big games, if these guys found out and decide to hero, we can exploit Gal City. We can beat them, of course, bro.
Yeah,
we
man.
can beat them, bro.
Of course. You can beat City. I have no doubt over that, to be honest with you. I have no doubt. But you know,
one of the reasons why I haven't appreciated that game Wednesday is that knowing Pep have a way of trying some things where he let himself down and his team down in a big game. Because Wednesday is a big game. As much as we still have 15 games to go,
yes.
Wednesday is a big game. And Pep known to twinkle and tweet and do all kind of things and mess up his team.
Outsmart himself.
Just like the last Champions League that the Blues won. Pep pretty much I know with that Champions League.
Of
you
course.
know what I mean? In my view. Yeah.
Because the team is just with a but Chelsea go for a different It kept where it's kept camera. It gets so confused that it's like, damn. If you know from the first half, that Champions League, bro.
Yeah, man.
Pep mad when he heard it, man. He man do too much thing in football. He try too much things, man. Trust me on that.
Let me tell you, para coach is gonna do skill. You see what Pep already, yeah, we know him contract is made. The main goal is to win the Champions League at Gal City. Yeah. But remember, bro, is that if our dynasty team at Barcelona and do that arena, it's not like him not win the Champions League before. So if it forward, every money, yeah. If we don't, that's it. You get me? It's still about
That's in my book, Pep no win the Champions League, bro. And Messi and Xavi them win Champions League.
Anyway,
So who was the coach, man?
No, but that's what I'm saying. We don't technically won, but I'm saying to you, the impact of the coach. I don't believe it was his excellent coach.
On the resume, it go show same win.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But we have seen him went to Bayern Munich, right? And nothing as it relates to Champions League. Bayern Munich was the triple. They won triple the year before Pep went there.
Yeah, bro.
They didn't even make it to the semi-final of the Champions League, bro.
Bro,
Because the City.
No, but what?
Look at him, man.
The final with them and Real Madrid. No, man. Them, bro. Real Madrid now take no prisoner, bro. Real Madrid now take no prisoner. So even if I not Pep, even if it was Ancelotti was there or the original Bayern coach, them not lose that game there because Zidane come with a plan, bro.
Hold on, people. Let me take RR in the chat. And guess what? Buppy Brown come back, and sleep and wake up. RR said, I want City out after the the investigation. Let Gerald get his trophy. Where, easy, Chelsea with Mourinho. Change people's mind about Arsenal. Park the bus versus ball possession. That's Chelsea. We know that. Too much weapon.
That's not true.
Who, Chelsea? Mourinho, I boss, man. I biggest driver that in world football.
No, man. In the first when Mourinho came to Chelsea in 2003, 2004, there was no part of the bus, bro.
No, that's true. The first season, no, when he just came, he was really explosive. Trust me. But it's afterwards now you start to look at knowing that, with the other team improving and having, different type of players, him decides, hey, listen, defense win championship. I heard him spoke about that. Yeah. Pep can't afford to come up blank. Well, I don't know what will happen, but I don't think I'm ready for the Champions League either. So Buppy. Alright, Liverpool are coming top 4 slowly, but surely watch out. Buppy, Liverpool are my team, but honestly, based on what I am seeing or what I've seen over the past couple of weeks and how the other teams are playing, I can't see Liverpool going to top 4. They will probably be close, but remember now, 9 points off, Liverpool have to win 3 games, and all those teams ahead of them would have to lose 3.
Most of the teams them still have 3 games to lose, though, sorry.
Yes, I agree, Trevor.
That's one of the things when we fear for Arsenal. City is one of the teams right now who have the potential to go up on that 8, 9, 10 game winning streak.
That is so true.
You get what I'm saying?
And because they know how to do it.
Yeah.
These players have all the experience.
Think of the ability to do that.
Have all the experience.
Going forward.
Trust me. So, alright, Buppy, we'll see what I go on. Definitely we'll see what I go on. Trevor and Messam, you see the goals the young reggae boys scored the other day?
Yeah, man. I'm a little nephew, man. Jamani, Bell, man. Maria Bell's son, man.
Wow. Boy, bad, man.
Jaja from Woolmans.
Yeah, man. For real.
Nah, man.
No, I didn't see. Unfortunately, I didn't see that game. What is the next game? I think that year is coming on Fox.
Wednesday.
I
think
on Wednesday?
Yes. Fox 2, you see? They said that they will be bringing this They're in a 17 championship. But what I noticed, yesterday when I start watching it on Fox 2 and then it just go out. So apparently they're not carrying everybody game. Seems like I just US game them plan to carry right through. And I get some post-match thing from them. So apparently them now carry the other games away from US live. But let me just show you a part of the game. Just the goals. Just the goals we're gonna show. So, you know, can just look at it, Trevor. Good game, good goals, built up play. And this was one area that everybody have, you know, the concern with it. Not gonna play any audio, we're just gonna watch. It was a, you know, very exciting matchup. But prior to this game, man, even the coaching staff, you know, their major issue they have was with attack. But the team rose to the occasion. So, you know, seeing that goal, brilliant pass from the number 8 player over the top. And Gregory Messam Levio, Mr. Bell with a wonderful side tap in, you know, brilliant. Should be seeing that. Well done. So they lead 1-0 half time. So all the other goals came in the second half. You know, maybe many of us would have thought that would have been a 1-0 game since they were not scoring a lot of goals in practice games. But they turn up the heat, man.
Nice. I didn't know it was so. How many overseas players? 6?
6. Including 1 goalkeeper.
Oh.
I can share the squad with you in a little while too after this. You see the club to then come from. But may I tell you, the little number 14, midfielder, trust me. General.
So this you who scored that goal, where is local or overseas?
Which of the goal? The second one?
The guy wanna say is good. What's his name? Bell?
Bell, local man, local. He's a Hulmarian
okay.
coming out of Phoenix.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, the great Phoenix.
Yeah, man. And the guy who scored the double, the number 9, he's from Harborview. I don't remember which school he attended, but he's an Harborview player.
That's good.
Yeah, man. So, you know, the Jamaicans really, they did well. You know, they gave up 2 goals. 2 brilliant goals they scored. I think the first one was a bit, careless. Defender could have done much better with it. But, you know, that's the nature of it. I think it was the second goal that Cuba scored. The defender could have gotten away that ball quickly, you know, for a corner or something. But that's how it is. The first one that Cuba scored.
You can't get the Phoenix coach and the thing, bro.
I'm going to try to get him, man.
I believe that I do a good job with them.
Yeah, man. Trust me, no doubt about it.
I don't know much about this program, but the players never see coming through. He has to be doing something good.
Trevor, you see, one of the things is, you know, I really respect his program and his urge. This man have a lot of quality and he have a lot of contacts. You know, it's not an easy thing, Bridging, for really carry youngsters overseas, you know? Not an easy thing. But I can tell you, a lot of people don't see it this way, and because of how, and there's a lot of beef between him and the JFF and him and a lot of other football administrators in the country. Them have their issues, and he's very controversial. Me Sam can tell you, very controversial.
I see that.
And
I got a big ego.
Yeah, it's not an easy youth to talk to, we can tell you. Because, alright, let me tell you the truth. I have a contact for him, and I spoke to him recently and him said, alright, he promised me, but he might go and watch my channel first. So if you don't want a big channel, trust me. But,
Let me say, I don't know nothing about him, but he seems to be doing very well. You know what I mean? I like what he's doing, put it that way, from what I've seen. I like it.
Yeah, man, that's true. Him do well, man. Trust me, I really rate him. Think he has done a wonderful job. As what you say, him go all out, bridging, for him youth them.
Yeah, man.
Go all out. The only thing that, me kind of have little issues with him, is that, as may I say, when him ready, man, even the national teams. Because, not going to say much. In Phoenix, him wants to stop all him Phoenix players for play, Even this under 17 thing,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. But as me say, the plan was, and again, I wouldn't blame him because him say him have him trip planned for overseas. That is the tour they are on now. So, once they are in the under 17 program now, they wouldn't be able to travel with Phoenix. And so, that is what's happening now. So that's the reason he never wanted them to play in the under 17 thing. But to me share with you, Trevor, me share this squad. So you can look at it and see the teams where they are from.
Okay.
The overseas people and so on. So yeah, man, it's not a bad setup at all.
Yeah. But I like to get him over here, man. Because I like listen to him, I follow him thing all the time, man.
Yeah, man. When him come back locally, you're not going to get him so easy, He come back, Try to forget all of these people. Yes. It was good, man. May I tell you, this youth, yeah.
So the Maroons, or the JPL are going, or the Maroons are going with?
Well, the Maroons lost yesterday again, another 1-0. So it's 2-1-0 on the trot, they lost.
Then they get a new coach, bong.
No, that
when team change coach, they get a bounce,
And that's true, I don't know what happened. Maybe it work locally. Or in some aspect. But listen, the fact is, Maroon was really shaken up, and it will be very difficult for them to really just get a big bounce like that. Him come in and get a team where don't even know themselves really. So it will take time, And I'm not too sure because how these things going on, Bridging. We're not sure how comfortable these players are either. With every little thing set up and the whole system. So it will take a little time. It will take a little time. But I hope the Maroons can get themselves together, man. As our team, for we country team and we support them right.
I'm not worry about the Maroons because if what me hear is true that they're not gonna be any relegation.
Well, that was the plan, so I hope there's no change. But some really interesting thing going on, no relegation, yes, and there was a battle in Kasafa where Kasafa is not promoting or even going through with the tier 2 competition, so no team from Kasafa last year challenged to go into the Premier League, and they're standing by it, but there's one club who decided that they will fight their own battle, So they are going through, they go through some arbitration through the JFF. So they get the okay. So they will go into the tier 2 playoffs for promotion next year. So all these things, we have some little information that are sketchy. I need to get some more information we can speak to definitely. and to see what's happening, because trust me, the politics coming up in JFF now go easy come November in a bridging.
Oh, it's November is the election.
Yeah, man, November is the election. So
is there anybody made themselves available for nominations
not yet.
for president?
Not yet. Maybe there are persons out there, yes, because a lot of the parish association, they are hitting out. They are hitting out at Michael Ricketts, really, saying that based on a particular ruling and what FIFA has said, that he doesn't have the moral authority to go back as president. The issue of him being sued that $9 million for defamation of character with this man from Maypen. So they are saying that he should not go back based on what FIFA said and the rule says. I don't know, but he's saying that nothing like that, and some other association is saying that no, it is wrong because you have some parish presidents who are presidents for 15, 20 years. And those are the persons who are supporting Michael Ricketts.
Right.
But as
so
well.
From your eyes, who can you identify anybody who you believe can step up and be a president? Is there anybody showing that leadership quality? Anybody being touted?
I'm not saying touted, but there's this guy whom I really like how they are moving. Chris Williams they are running the PF, the Professional Football Limited in Jamaica. That guy, Chris Williams, I don't know if he has that real interest, but his whole demeanor and how he conduct business with football, I think he could do a very good job. He have the clothes and he has the contacts as well. So, I think somebody asked him already, and he's saying that he has never looked towards that, but he never said no. So let's see, but that gentleman, and I've seen he done a very good gesture. Maybe that is not too much good for a president, where he actually bail out the JFF at one stage, lending them money to pay for a charter flight to take home some boys. And that sort of thing shows that this man have a heart in the Jamaica football business. So with that.
So what is his experience though in football administration? I mean, at what level?
Well,
do you have any, you have any experience as it relates to at the national level where you might be involved in a international thing?
Well, football, I can't speak about that, but I know in terms of business, he's a marketer. And, as I say, he's the head of the professional football organization who is responsible for commercializing the league. So maybe, with that and with his experience as a marketer and business, I think that, he could step up, and he loves football. So I don't know if in terms of administrating work for football previously, can't speak about that. But, and trust me, the Premier League has improved in terms of commercializing, Things have changed. They have put in much more effort to get the game, standardized, to be honest with you. When you look at how, even this year, when I really look at to see how they use the different grounds for football matches outside of having home team situation. When you look at the whole thing, it is good because many of our teams don't have proper facilities to even host TV games. The fact, if you really want to set the league out there, you have to have people from all over seeing it. I look upon you guys, you don't have a chance to see the Premier League any at all. Unless you right now you can log on to Sportsmax if you do have that app. So it is a way forward, and CVM, our local TV, actually partnering with Sportsmax. They are the ones who carry the Sunday games, especially the early games. Yes, so it has been going good. Every Monday and Sunday, you have that opportunity to see at least 4 games on TV.
Wow.
You understand? And
that's good.
Yeah, man. Good. So I think that's a very good move. You understand? I say very, very good move. So, I look into that and I said maybe he's a very, good person for to take on that. But there's one thing though. The persons from Kasafa, I think the way they look at things, as if they are not coming out right to say that they are putting up somebody from Kasafa. But they are just hitting out on the present president and so on. So, you know, when I listen to them, especially the newly installed president of Kasafa, I don't know. Why is it so important for you to speak about another parish who have a president for many years? You understand? Take care of your own business. He's saying that look at Kasafa who changed president every, you know, over 5 presidents in 12 years or something like that. That doesn't mean that you are doing well. You know? But that's just the nature of it. Everybody have their own view and their own part to play. So that's how it goes, my boss. So, Trevor, seems like you're alone. Yeah, you're alone on the show now. So we'll just take it, you know, as is. Oh, yes, man. So, hold on. Bupi come back again. Wow, I will think I go on a chat, man. If City drop the Champions League, yes. Again, that's how Tutu wanted Compre to play before Caesar shift gear. Toad, how you feel about Felix versus Enzo?
Versus who?
Enzo.
What's Enzo?
Enzo is another player. I think Chelsea have him. I think
I thought it was Phoenix, as in the
club.
Phoenix
No, man,
Academy in
Felix.
Jamaica.
Joel Felix from your new baller from Chelsea there.
Both world class, bro.
Yeah, Bupi asks, the 14 a whose baller? Taffy? No, Bupi, not Taffy baller that. Bupi asks if the 14 from the under 17, if it is Taffy's baller.
Oh.
No, Taffy or little general never make it to the second phase of the camp, Bupi. Get the tracks girl on. And we're RR. Tina and Kevona Davis. When can some female reasoning? Alright. Now I understand. No problem. Alright, sir. Track and field season is up, so most definitely we'll try our best to get some of these track stars, more so our own adrenaline track stars, you know, past and present on. Alright, thank you very much for that. Bupi, but Lenky get 2 draw with them before him come. Trevor, you hear Bupi say about Lenky Raya and Chapelton Maroons?
Yeah.
Boy, I say it go, Bupi, don't worry yourself. I say it go. Alright, so we are 2 hours into the show and we're gonna take it from here tonight. This is where we leave you. Thank you very much, Trevor, for calling in, and Gregory Messam, thank you very much as well for your participation as usual. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating and listening, viewing as well. And I also want to thank Coach Vassar Reynolds for calling in as well, giving a little piece, and to just for us to say, well, congratulations. And also, Mr. Dennis Chung, the General Secretary of the JFF, thank you very much for your contribution tonight, sir. I must say to you, it was well received. Information was passed on, and we do appreciate that very, very much. Again, before we go, let me just take the time out to big up a few sponsors. And, you know, we all know that PIBA, the Past Adrenaline Baller, is our main sponsors. Toad and Nose Heating and Cooling System. Toes is still online. I mean, Trevor, a long time I don't see Nose in our room because I work out in the cold. You, Trevor?
No, man, nose relaxing now.
Okay.
No, nose good, man.
Alright, so that's nice.
No one knows if Pastor call in.
Who? Yeah, man, Pastor come in. Then you wanna, yeah, man, you wanna mess out a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, man, call in, man.
Bless up to man, I mean, man.
Trust me. So, let me just share, just gonna add me 3 sponsors for tonight. That's Juki's shipping coming out of New York.
Chucky's shipping and delivery. Barrels and boxes.
Come on, big old Jockey, man. Anyway, in there, man.
Yeah, man, for real, man. At the
Jockey
boss,
shipping
you know?
out of the Bronx.
Yeah, man, for real.
Yeah, man.
You know?
All the
Also,
boxes, the barrels, the crates, the container.
I also want to big up Shazam, Wazim, man. Solid Rock Black Factory.
Solid Rock Black Factory out of Maypen.
Yeah, man.
That's up, sir, Shazam.
Smith Lane, Juno Crescent, Maypen. Call us now for the best of the best. We also offer flyboards and forms for rent.
That's
Solid
Shazam.
Box. 25 Smith Lane, Juno Crescent, Maypen. Call us now for the best of the best. We also offer flyboards and forms for rent.
Alright, so that's Shazam, man. We have one more to go, people. And we want to big up. I guess, you know, this one has already, I think a few days, was it yesterday, was Leo Packer Anderson's birthday. Man who managed Taste of the Island restaurant, you know. So,
Out of St. Petersburg,
yes, man.
Florida. Big up yourself, Packer, anyway, there, you mean. Entrepreneur.
Yeah, man, so you hear me now.
787375559. Toti, Taste of the Islands.
Alright, so,
Happy birthday to the general. I mean.
yeah, man.
St. Petersburg, how you do? This is Beltita, actress and comedian in Jamaica. You know, I tell you this. Recently, I was in St. Petersburg and I was like, what if I can find anywhere that can make me feel like I'm in Jamaica? And to my surprise, just like I'm in my kitchen, with my mangoes, I'm a banana, I'm a breadfruit. Look here. You can get these kind of breadfruit. See here? The sweet potato, I mean yam and all that sort of thing. You can get them same place in St. Petersburg. And you can get everything under one roof. Where can you go? Taste of the Islands. Taste of the Islands supermarket and restaurant. And you see like how gas prices that go up and go up and go up and play and sitting back down for you. Try do everything under one roof. You can send your JN money transfer there. Yes, man. And top of your family overseas with them flow and them digital credit. What you say? Taste of the Island 72732141557. Exciting thing that you can't eat same place. So let's say you go there and you feel a little peckish. Then got nice sumptuous meals and you can get all your nice cut of meats, your chicken, your goat, your oxtail, your pork, everything. Let me say everything under one. They get the roof. Then you don't know what. If you're sending barrels, they do barrels too. Yes, they do shipping to the Caribbean. Call them man or visit their website to look at all their services. www.toti.com. Toti.com. Yes, man. Taste of the Islands. You get it? Yes. Call them at 727-873-7559. Tell them they'll see the
Real ad.
Go again. 727-873-7559. Toti. Taste of the Islands.
So,
Wow, that's some good jingle, them, man.
that is, yeah, man, that is, the advertisement for Taste of the Island restaurant and supermarket, ladies and gentlemen. So this is where we leave you tonight, and thank you very much for staying with us. Thank you very much again for participating, because you know without you we couldn't have had a successful show. Again, bless up all the persons who are joining for the first time and for those who continue to join us. This is where we say goodbye and see you on Wednesday, where we'll be talking education. I promise that coming Wednesday we'll have a very, very interesting show. Somebody from the Jamaica Teachers Association will be addressing us on Wednesday. So later, see you on Wednesday. Trevor, have a good night.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Respect.